Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. We want to talk about the bullish as well as the bearish case for Natgas here at the moment in the short term. Overall, I am quite bullish on Natgas, and I would like to see quite a decent rally in maybe in 2024. Yeah? So after this overall correction is complete, we are fairly close to a low anyway. I mean, just I've got the futures chart obviously open as well, but you see how far Natgas came down. So for me, the question is literally just, okay, do we get one more low or not? And then we go. Okay, so that is an absolute messy chop down here. So it seems reasonable to expect one more low because this is very much overlapping price action. Looks very corrective. Everything's overlapping there. But again, we cannot rule out that it will go up from here directly. It just doesn't look finished. It just looks as if Natgas has a bit of unfinished business down there to do. And I want to see 5 waves up really before I can confirm that something more bullish is going on. So that means I am generally bullish on Natgas. Very important to understand. One more low would be preferred. The low could be in yes, that would be my alternative overall. Yeah, just to understand. Because what are we talking about? I mean, we've been throughout 2022 and 2023, we've been analyzing Natgas, have been focused on on lower prices, been quite bearish, I think, since the high. And, it was very accurate. Yeah, we've taken 75%, of that move to the downside. And now we're basically at a point where, we can get one more low, maybe not, but, if you take it into perspective, I mean, what are we talking about? Okay, so most of that move to the downside is done, maybe all of it, but I'm still at the moment watching for another low until I have a confirmation that low is in place. That's just a bigger picture that everybody needs to understand, also to understand my way of thinking here about this analysis. So I'm very much... let's say relaxed about it. Do we get another low or not? I don't know. Ideally, yes, that would be the preference. And then a third wave rally afterwards. That's really the rally most people, I believe, would like to trade, because that would be a bull market. But let's look at spot first, because this shows us very clearly the bearish case that I indicate, so short-term bearish, that I confirmed and talked to you about in the last few videos. The problem we have with this chart is simply that the futures and the spot, they look so different. And sometimes we have to just observe both to get the insights we need. Now, the spot chart shows you a very clear bearish scenario here, in which the larger degree wave 4 correction finished here on the 10th of October. And we're now coming down in 5 waves. They could actually take us eventually to new lows, okay? So what I have sketched out here, these 5 waves are simply the first wave of that 5th wave. I did highlight to you in one of the previous videos that this could be a 1-2 setup. We could now be coming down in the 3rd wave. Ideally, in this 3rd wave, we would like to see the $2.54 level reached, ideally. If we then talk about the micro structure, again here, it looks reasonable to expect here another low. Obviously, first of all, because of Fibonacci extensions, but also if I'm labeling this as a 1, a 2, and then it seems to me, let me see, 1, 2, this could be the 3rd, maybe the 4th, 5th, so could get one more low here. I have to change the wave degree though. So, and then this is what we get here basically, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this could be the 4. And if we talk about, okay, what should be resistance? Ideally here, it doesn't move above $3.03 or something more bullish is going on here. But as long as that level isn't broken to the upside here on the spot chart, the focus can be on lower and it can continue to unfold in this bearish scenario. That is very much possible and likely on the spot chart because of this lower high that was made in November. The futures chart, unfortunately, looks completely different. Here we had a higher high. So we want to talk about also here the bearish case. Unfortunately, here the count would be a bit different. In the bearish case, I would have to count this wave 4 completed here. And then also, it would have to be a 1-2 setup to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is not very clear yet. So I haven't got 5 waves down yet, only 3 waves. So I want to use the futures chart to give you an idea of the bullish scenario, which basically is unchanged, but we just had a deep setback here. For me on the futures chart, I mean, I need to see really a break out of this trend channel to the downside to understand that this chart is really undergoing a bit of a phase change, because one more high would be ideal on this chart, maybe even 2 to complete this wave 4. But again, it doesn't need it really. The spot chart gives us a different perspective. Okay, so here on the futures chart, if we talk about bearish, I just gave you an idea of the micro perspective, but I need to see a break below that trend channel, and I need to see 5 waves down, 3 waves up to confirm that, and then we can really say, okay, the next move down is gonna be fun. Basically, I want to see 5 waves down first, ideally below the trend channel's lower boundary line, and then 3 waves up, and then the crash should happen, and then it should go like that. On the flip side, bullish case still possible. Yeah, I mean, this looks a bit odd here. So what is possible is that we're just in a B wave here still. Okay, so the A wave topped here. This is A, B, C, and B, and next we get a C wave rally. And that's possible as long as we are not breaking below the wave 2 low at $2.43. But actually, it's likely as long as we're holding the 78.6 fib level. Now let's bring them onto the chart. And that's at 265. So that means ideally we don't break out of this trend channel to the downside. If we do, as long as it's not a sustained break, it could send us higher still in a C wave. So what does that mean? It means that we're now entering a support zone here again, from which we could watch for a rally in wave C of 3, still possible. That could finally complete then this third wave, but it's a very messy structure. Below that trend channel, we have to be very much on high alert for a continuation of the crash. So to really confirm a bearish scenario, I need to see 5 waves down, 3 waves up. And that would be a good confirmation for really a bearish scenario. At the moment, I haven't seen enough to really confirm that we are heading down. I mean, talking about bearish scenario, I'm talking about, you know, short-term bearish. Overall, one more low is expected anyway. The thing is, okay, do we go a little higher, then come down? Do we go down straight away? That's just sort of what we're dealing with here on the smaller time frame. And it just gave you some levels to watch. So 265 is key to maintain a more positive outlook on the futures chart. Below that level, more downside, increasingly likely. First of all, targeting $2.45, and then to this line down here, which is at $2.14, and then we're probably heading into the $1.50 region. The problem, which makes it all complicated at the moment on the Natgas chart, is here, Natgas spots, which gives a much clearer short-term downside scenario, which is why I certainly am on high alert for this. Okay, I mean, again, we're watching for it primarily anyway, and maybe this is the pathway it's going to take. Okay, so let's see how the futures chart is going to start next week. I need, so only 3 waves down so far. I need 5 down. As soon as I see 5 down, then again, that wouldn't be enough actually, because this would be an A, B, C structure. C waves are 5 waves down. So again, it needs to be 5 down, 3 up. And that is when we have this move down complete, I will give you a resistance area as well. If the price respects it, then this is where the fun starts to the downside. Yeah, that's my update about Natgas. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as, you know, regular stocks updates, then check out our S&P 500 and stocks update service. Link is in the description, takes you to Patreon, and from there you can get access to our Discord server where we provide all the analysis. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.